garbage and litter, and to treat the earth a little bit better. And over, 20, 30, 40 years, people started becoming a little more environmentally aware, and you can see the difference now in America. Uh, just when you drive down the road, you don't see trash laying around. The air is cleaner, the water is cleaner, more clear. Generally, the quality of the environment has improved once we recognize the harm that we were doing.
Yes. I think that Vietnam is like the United States long ago. That the industry is very is now developing very dramatically. When you go to Vietnam, the first impress when you came here is what? What's your first impression?
Um, my first impression was that there was a lot of growing industry in Vietnam. And,
The impress about the environmental problem and about the behavior of the citizen to their environment.
I noticed that Vietnam, as you say, Vietnam is much like America was maybe 40 years ago. The way the citizens treat the environment. And I think that it's important to consider that because Vietnam's industry is just now in the early developing stages, there's I think it's almost a natural thing that people pay more attention to making their businesses and their industries a success, and not quite so much. They don't place quite so much importance on the environment until the businesses have become successful and established, and then they have the luxury to be able to look around and improve the way they do business to protect the environment better. I think maybe Vietnam is in a better position than America was in that respect, because maybe the Vietnamese can see the mistakes that America made and maybe not make the same mistakes. In general, I had a very favorable impression when I came to Vietnam about the environment and the industry and the people in general.
So it's some good face of Vietnam people to our environment, but is there any behavior of Vietnamese citizen, especially the city that you have visited, that make you feel unpleasant and feel unhappy when you see that, like not clean the road, but also take the rubbish to the road, very bad behavior like that?
Um, I see, I see a little bit of that, but it doesn't really cause me much displeasure. When I see the Vietnam way of life, I'm just so happy to be here, and I can't really say that it bothers me any. I do see that, like here in Hoi An, for instance, they pile up garbage along the side of the road, but it's only one day a week because they know the garbage truck will come and pick it up. And sometimes you see a little bit of trash along the road, but not very much. In general, I think the Vietnamese people are more thrifty than the American people are, and they make better use of what they have. And I don't think that the Vietnamese waste as much as American people tend to waste. Like we throw things away when they don't work properly instead of fixing them a lot. And we recycle things we throw away, but it's kind of wasteful. Like they say in America now that we have a throwaway society where where people build things and they don't expect them to last a long time. And when they get bad or wore out or they break, you just throw them away and buy a new one. But in Vietnam, I see people take care of things and fix them again.
And is the recycling is a very good behavior to protect the environment. And in Hội An, I know that to the historical and cultural road, that they not allowed the motorbike and car to go in. It's just the bike and the go by foot. So you see that it's a good way to protect the environment, or it make the citizen feel very uncomfortable. Is that a good way, or we can change to other way to protect our environment?
I think for just a small area where things are fairly close and it's practical to walk or bicycle around, it's a good idea maybe. But then there's big cities like Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City, and Hanoi, where it's just impractical to not have a motorbike or a car. The distances are too great. People don't have the time to just bicycle or walk where they want to go. And like the air quality in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi is much worse than Da Nang and much worse than Hoi An. But I think maybe a solution to that is like America did. They placed higher standards on the exhaust emissions from vehicles. They made the engines have to run a little bit cleaner so that the air stayed a little cleaner. And also for industry, for factories that produce smoke from the manufacturing processes, our government required people to put air scrubbers in to clean the air after or before it was allowed to go into the atmosphere. The air that was produced during a manufacturing process had to go through bag houses full of filters and air scrubbers, things like that, and it just generally slowly made our whole atmosphere a little cleaner and not as much air pollution. But Vietnam could do that, but it also comes with a cost where our motorcycles cost much more than the Vietnamese motorbikes do. Our cars, maybe they cost much more because we have to pay for the extra emission controls that our government makes us place on auto engines so that they burn cleaner.
You have lived in United States for a long time. So when you come Vietnam, what makes you feel that it's not enough, and you really want to see something in a developed country? You want to see it in Vietnam, but you don't see it like the recycling the rubbish. In Vietnam it's very low, and or something like that's something make the people feel comfortable to the environment, like the green plants, green tree, or the park make people feel good to the environment.
When I came to Vietnam, I was really happy to see. I started out when I came here. I spent my first 3 months in Ho Chi Minh City. One of the things that I noticed was that the air was very dirty. because there's so many motorbikes and trucks and cars. And I'm not sure about how many factories, but I know there's many around. But the air quality is very poor. But at the same time, I noticed that Ho Chi Minh City has many beautiful trees along the streets, and they have many beautiful parks. And I think that that city is much better than many of the cities in America, most cities in America. In fact, for being such a big city, it has so many beautiful parks and trees and things. And I think it's maybe even a safer city than many of the cities in America. There may not be quite so much crime or violence, but as far as the environment goes, the biggest negative thing that I saw was the air quality. As far as the water quality, I don't know because I had no way of measuring what the water quality in the cities of Vietnam are compared to America. I know in America, for our public water supplies, they have very, very rigorous requirements. The water has to be very, very clean, as clean as they can make it anyway. I just don't know how Vietnam handles their water, their public water supplies. But as a country in general, Vietnam, once you get out of this, the air is so clean and it's so much more natural than many places in America. Where, they use old farming techniques, and it's very beautiful to me. And your countrysides, to me, they just look so pretty, and they use methods of living on the land that they have done for maybe hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years. But in America, we don't see so much of that anymore. I kind of miss the old ways that we used to have in America, like the way Vietnam does today.
Okay, thank you for your help. So now we can make our essay very good. Thank you very much.
Okay, I hope I helped you a little bit.
Okay, but when I hear you, that's something I not hear clear because my English is a little bad. Can you type something that the answer of the question that I ask you to the type it to the letter, and we can take it to the video to make the people our friends to understand what we are saying.
Okay, could you type the questions one more time for me, and then I'll take some time and I'll answer each one as well as I can.
Okay.
We can do it either through email or you can just type them on Skype, and I could answer you on Skype.
Okay, thank you.